Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be doing a review on the Brickmania Type 97 Chiha. This set costs, I think, $160 on Brickmania. I'm not completely sure. I got it for Christmas, and I didn't remember the price when I first looked at it, 2 months ago when I made the list. So first, I am going to start out with the minifigure that comes with the set. It is printed and designed. I think it's designed by Lando because he designs most of their prints, and he does take very nice photos. So I'm going to take out the Nambu pistol from his hand, and I will show you it after I do the minifigure. Okay, I just need to set up the light. There we go, my phone focused. Okay, so the printing on this figure is very nice. I like that it has the leg printing. The leg printing does not go all the way around. As you see, it just stays on the front. But that's okay. Like, if you get leg printing, I'm happy with that. It does have pouches on the front, and you can definitely tell this is a Japanese torso from the red marks on the collar. Well, that's how I can tell. It's probably not historically accurate to other people, but for me, that's what I do. So on the back, you have a canteen, another pouch on the back, and he does come with the goggles and that helmet that you get for pilots. And for me, those are kind of rare because I really don't have any, so it's always nice to get more. Now I'm going to move on to the pistol. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. So this is I'm not completely sure if it's still a prototype, but Brick Arms does not really make that many of them. This is a Japanese Nambu from that was used in World War II. I think it was used a little bit in World War I because Japanese guns suck. So yeah, it has very good detail on it, and now I have two of these because I also had the Japanese where is it? The World War II Japanese soldier thing. I thought I had Island Defender in the name, but yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the tank. So if you look at the front of the tank, you can just tell already that has camo, and the camo on it actually works pretty well throughout the tank. I really do like how it turned out for Dan. I remember seeing him working on it on Flickr, seeing update photos of it. So it does come with the Brickmania track links, and they are in dark brown, and I really do like how they look on this vehicle. I don't have too many Brickmania track links. I have a few for the Kettenkrad that they had last year. That's about it. That's the only thing I have with Brickmania track links other than this. And I'm hitting on the lights when I do that. So there is a machine gun right there. I believe this is the viewport. I actually hadn't really looked at the real tank too much because there weren't too many Japanese tanks during the war. And I really just got this because I love the idea of this tank. And if you remember the old one did not look anything like the Chiha at all. It was more the Dan's old build. This one is greatly improved. The old one was it was way too big and bulky. The turret was circular. It wasn't even if you look at this turret, it's longer this way, and it's rounded in the front. The other one was a complete circle around, and it did have the turret the machine gun on the back, but it wasn't all that good. So now I'm going to move on to the side of the tank, and I like the sloping Dan did with the design of it, the cheese slope, the cheese slopes on the side. It had I forgot the name of the piece, but it has the studs on the side. And I sound stupid right now, but yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. I just don't know the names. All right, I thought when I was building it, I thought it was kind of weird that they had tires on the on the chassis of it, the black part of this. But when I put the treads on, I got used to it. It actually does look pretty good. And then if you move on to the back of the tank, that was the treads that were rolling. So on the back of the tank, we have some exhaust. That That's what these two black pieces are supposed to represent. And then I think these might be like some sort of toolboxes. It just he didn't really detail it that much. Oh yeah, and I also do love these like plant pieces, the foliage. I do not have any of these in olive green, and not in olive green. I really don't have any pieces at all. So I think that's really cool. For small scenes, this is really useful. Not really for big scenes because it doesn't really blend. But yeah, I do like it. The other side it's this basically the same thing as the front. So now I'm going to do the turret. I thought it was like a really cool way that he attached the gun. I didn't expect it to go this way. If I can take it off, yeah, there we go. It's like that knob from like an old way that they used to attach things. I don't know if they still do it with like Bionicle. But he used a clip and he attached it to that. And I thought that was really creative. I hadn't seen any of my friends doing that on Flickr. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the camo really does work well on this tank. Just looking at it, like I love it. I love this. I love the camo going with the tank. It just looks really, really cool. Okay, so now I will be moving on to the box of the kit. So the front. Let's see. I need to get a good angle of it. The box is so big. This is like my first actual like Brickmania medium tank. All I have is like the M3 Stewart as like the biggest tank I have, and that's bigger than like the Stug 3, like the more recent one. So in the top left it has the Brickmania logo. It has the name of it, designed by Dan, and he has designed all of their kits except for one, I think. So he has quite a record for good tanks. It does contain 400 pieces, so like $160 for 400 pieces. Not really a good deal. It's like 4 times more than it should be. Well, if it's Lego standards. But again, when you buy it from Lego, you are also buying the box and the instruction manuals, like you are from here. It just people really don't pay attention to that factor. Like the instruction manual that Lego does is really nice. So I will get on the Dan's instruction manual because I have not gotten like a kit like this in a few years, and I really do like the instruction manual for this one. So this is sophomore level, and it has the Japanese flag, and yeah. The bottom, it has the quality guarantee that is Lego. And on the back, yeah, there's a choke hazard at the top, but nobody really cares about the choke hazard, because if you buy Brickmania, then you should at least be like 8, maybe less. Maybe you are a smart little kid. So let's see if I can get this opened. I'll pull back for a second. I believe this is side. Yep, there it is. So in here, I'm trying to grab the instruction manual so I can show you that, and then the certificate of authenticity. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back in the back. Okay, so this is the certificate of authenticity signed by Dan. So that is very cool. And then we also have this amazing instruction manual. This is like the same exact quality as Lego. Well, the inside of it, like, they do multiple pieces at once, and it's kind of hard to understand, but I really do like it. I actually have one of his old instruction manuals for an example, so let me go grab that. This is the old M3 Lee instruction manual, and it is printed on paper and has a staple at the top, and it is a bit easier to understand, like, to read, like, the pieces on here. This one, they kind of look, all smashed together, like the first page, you can't really tell what pieces there are right here. I kind of just guessed and made it work. I don't know, maybe that was the point for me, just, creativity. So, yeah, this one, like, it's flimsy and stuff, but I still keep it because I have, like, a list of all the pieces that you need for this kit. I took it apart a while ago, so I could possibly mass produce it if I wanted to, and have multiple Brickmania M3 Lees. But I don't know if I ever would. Well, no, I keep saying... I'm so sorry. It's a Stewart. God damn it. Too much World of Tanks, my friend. Okay. So, thoughts on this kit. Is it worth $160? Wait, let me just set this up. So, is this kit worth $160? Personally, for me, um, if it was like the old one, I'd say no for 160. But this one, just the detail on this tank is really really good. Um, the pieces, I like the pieces that you get. It has good slopes and stuff. The minifigure, again, I love this minifigure. The Nambu comes with it. Everything about this is positive except for the price tag. But again, I think that's a decent price. So I would say, rating, like, out of 1 to 10 rating, I would give this kit a 9. I really do like this build, and hopefully Dan comes out with some more Pacific themed tanks, well, Japanese tanks, because they are really cool tanks. You have to admit. All right, guys, this wraps up another review. Thanks for watching. So rate, comment, subscribe, and goodbye.